Under the pale moonlight, Vinny and Phil bring the shadows to life. Tales of the ghostly whispers in the night, Bigfoot and aliens ready for the strife. The darkness thickens, the air is cold, haunting stories waiting to unfold. Supernatural Sundays, the veil is thin. Join us in the chaos, let the night begin. With every whisper and each chilling tale, dare to believe where shadows prevail. Heavy beats echo through the haunted trees. Demons lurk as the chill hits with ease. But the cast rolling with guests to amaze. Cryptids and spirits were lost in the haze. Northmen in the foliage, watch your back. Dogmen prowling, ready to attack. Supernatural Sundays, the veil is thin. Join us in the chaos, let the night begin. With every whisper and each chilling tale, dare to believe where shadows prevail. Moving in the foliage, watch your back. Through the prowling, ready to attack. Supernatural Sundays, the veil is thin. Join us in the chaos, let the night begin. With every whisper and each chilling tale, dare to believe where shadows prevail. So tune in next week, fear in your soul. Darkness awaits, let the stories unfold.
Hey everybody, welcome to this Sunday's Supernatural Sundays, August 24th. Hope everybody survived the black moon on Friday. Hope y'all went out and made some moon water. Went out and put your intentions on under the water and asked for your intentions to come true. There's all kind of different beliefs and different things you can do with the black moon water. So we'll see if any of it comes true. Anyway, we got a few new things this week to talk about in the supernatural community. There's some stuff going on with some ocean frequencies. Some more updates on Skinwalker Ranch. Got a couple paranormal videos I'd like to share. Got something that could possibly be biblical proportions. Got something pretty cool. I want to save that for the end. Got some more cryptid sightings. Another Mothman sighting up in Bloomington, Illinois. Some of my friends up there Shout out to my buddy Slater up there, lives in Bloomington. I used to live up there, so it's not a bad place. Up there at the old ISU, College Town. They got some good Italian beef up there, a couple good restaurants. Jim's Steakhouse is still around. I highly recommend the Boomer. It's like a surf and turf, lobster tail and fillet. Anyway, let's get into this week's supernatural news. We'll just go ahead and talk about that Bloomington, Illinois Mothman sighting. Labor Day coming up next weekend. Don't know if we're going to have a podcast, if we'll be back in time. If not, we may go live. We may just go live. We're going to be over there by Benton, Illinois, over there at Red Lake, camping out. Kind of an annual thing. You guys like catfish? Red Lake's a really good place for catfish. There's also a lot of weird stuff happened around there. They found a head of a lady over in Wayne Fitzgerald State Park over there at Red Lake, and it took about, 40-some years before they finally found who she was through modern techniques with DNA. And she was from Tennessee, and they still never found out what happened. All they ever found was her head, never recovered the body. They've also had some other weird stuff around that area. Back in the day, they had the Big Muddy Monster over Murfreesboro down in that area, the Big Muddy River. It's Southern Illinois' own version of the Sasquatch. And then there's a whole book the guy wrote. I don't have it here in front of me, but I highly recommend it. A couple guys did a lot of investigating that whole story. My dad grew up there. He told me all about it. There's a lot of stories about the whole Big Muddy Monster. But anyway, Bloomington, Illinois, up there just a couple hours south of Chicago, east of Peoria there. And they've got a few paranormal areas in Bloomington as well. But this is the first Mothman sighting I've heard, so I'm going to go ahead and roll that for you.
We've just had a recent Mothman sighting. Actually, two. Now, these were reported to me that happened within the same general time frame of last week. This first report comes out of Bloomington, Illinois at ISU near Williams Hall. Now, we had a witness who wishes to remain anonymous. They said they were walking late one night near Williams Hall when they seen what appeared to be a man or something standing on one of the buildings. They said when they looked closely, whatever this was appeared to have glowing bright red eyes. And at the time, they thought maybe this was a Halloween prank until whatever this was took off into the sky with large flapping wings and headed east across town. The second report comes out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, near the Safe Harbor Trail. There was a man, an older gentleman, who was walking his dog late Thursday night when he said his dog alerted to something and started barking. When he looked closely up on this hill, he seen something standing there that looked kind of like a man, but had glowing red eyes and large wings. And whatever this was, it made a large screeching howl and then took off directly into the sky. So, have you seen any Mothman sightings recently or heard of any? Please feel free to drop them in the comments or send me a message.
That's the only one I've heard of lately. That one in Bloomington is pretty wild. They're down on the campus there. You think a lot of other people would have seen that down there at Williams Hall. ISU campus is pretty big area. The one in Lancaster, I wonder if any Amish people saw that. Maybe they can't report in because they don't have internet or phones. But Lancaster, it's right there in Amish country. I'm pretty sure they probably got some good buffets over there. If you guys ever get over to Lancaster area, Pennsylvania, that's where they had all the whole Amish Mafia on Discovery Channel was over there. Let's see what we got here. One of my favorite artists, Dolly Parton. We got a paranormal video about Dolly.
A ghost saved Dolly Parton's life. Dolly claims that she has been protected by a spirit for most of her life, even when she was a little kid. Look how cute she is. Y'all know I'm saving the craziest story for the end, so stay tuned till the end. Apparently, it all started in her Tennessee mountain home, her infamous cabin in East Tennessee. One night, her and her family had heard somebody outside of the front door. Luckily, the door was locked, but then the handle started to shake and jiggle as if someone was trying to open it. Whatever it was, I guess, passed through, but her brother swears that there was a chill that moved through the entire house, and Dolly says she was never the same after that night. Dolly claims she was changed forever. Years later, in Dolly Parton's first Nashville home, she was having crazy encounters there too. Lights flickering, cabinets opening, footsteps everywhere, the water would just turn itself on.
Stop it. Get some help.
She reportedly said she thought it was her friend Judy, but Judy wasn't there and the house was locked, so... spoiler alert, it was a ghost. But Dolly's most terrifying encounter happened at an airport. Dolly had bought her plane ticket, packed her bag, she was at the airport, headed to her gate, when she sees her grandmother, who is no longer with us, standing in front of her at the gate with a message for her. And her grandmother's message was, "Don't catch that plane." And like a good granddaughter does, she listened to her grandma. Dolly did not board the plane and she did not take that flight to Salt Lake City. And it's a really good thing she did because moments after the plane took off, it crashed. No survivors. This isn't the only time her grandma has saved her life. Dolly says that there is a special ability with her and the women in her family, and they have this connection to the spirit world. Honestly, I totally believe it. But she says it's not a curse, it's a blessing, and it's protection. Dolly claims that she's seen ghosts many times, she's felt their warnings, and listened when it mattered most. So what do you guys think? Is Dolly being protected by the spirit world? I certainly hope so. Protect Dolly at all costs. If you don't like Dolly, you don't like nothing. Dolly should be queen of everything. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and if you have any other spooky stories you want to share with us, we want to hear them. Thanks for watching, follow for more, and stay spooky, y'all.
Pretty cool story about Dolly and the plane. I'm gonna have to research that one. Dolly does a lot of good things for a lot of people. I know when they had the fires down there, she actually helped pay people's mortgages and provided food. And then when we had the hurricane and floods, she donated a lot herself. Dollywood organization, and then she had Walmart came down there with her and helped out a lot. So she does a lot of philanthropy. I know she does a lot of stuff for children, for literature, and she wants every child to be able to learn to read. So she's got like a book program for kids. So she does a lot of cool stuff for people, and definitely one of our queens of country music. And we hope to have her around for a lot longer. Thought that was pretty cool, Dolly. And I've got some more paranormal stuff coming along here. This year, I'm going to shout out this to some of my friends who speak different languages. Diana from work, she might enjoy this when she speaks multiple languages. And I believe this is a Latino lady, so she could probably relate to this one. Without further ado, we're going to look at a bilingual ghost. I don't know if you guys have been out on a investigation before and some of your equipment picked up different languages. This one's definitely speaking, I think, Spanish, but we have had native, like Indian type, Native American, tribal stuff come through. If you get something speaking Latin at you and it's angry, I don't know if that's a good thing. We do get stuff sometimes we don't understand what the language is, but this one here is pretty interesting.
¿Te gusta esa música?
Claro.
Claro. There you go. He said yes. Échame un grito. Échale un grito, por favor.
Hey, baby.
He's talking to me. He's talking to one of y'all. Ese te gusta, ¿verdad?
He speaks fine.
speaks fine.
All want to talk.
Oh, there's more in here then.
My husband.
Okay, well, there's not a Victor then.
Embarazada.
Hugging. You hugging your husband?
And then
Yeah. You want to hear another song like that?
hi.
I think everybody's joining in.
Hello. I think. Wow. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Espera.
Oh, don't get mad. No te enojes. Nomás estamos hablando. He's saying, wait.
Pues bien.
That was really interesting. Not only was she bilingual, so was her husband. I'd like to go to that Menger Hotel and see if get some bilingual action. That was really cool. First time I've seen that Spanish and English coming through. It's very clear the answer she was getting. We do Estes method. We've never had Spanish. Pretty interesting. This one here is more of a poltergeist. I think I got a couple of poltergeist type paranormal videos here, but this one here, this one's pretty interesting. I think this is a big hotel or somewhere.
The sliding door is open, but there's nobody there. The guard even removes the barrier as if letting something inside. He even brings out a wheelchair, placing it in front of thin air. Who or what was he helping?
I couldn't make out anything other than the guy was acting really weird, like he thought he saw somebody coming in, but I believe the door opened and something came in. I'm gonna roll that one again. See if you guys see anything that I missed.
The sliding door is open, but there's nobody there. The guard even removes the barrier as if letting something inside. He even brings out a wheelchair, placing it in front of thin air. Who or what was he helping?
I believe he saw something that we couldn't see. That's pretty wild. The door did open, like somebody came in. Let's see if I can find this next one. My app, it keeps moving my videos around on me here, and I gotta dig for them. Okay, this ghost was not only kind of noisy, it was actually trying to get this lady's attention. She looks like she's sleeping, and this thing's like going, "Hey." It was pretty wild. Like you could hear it yelling, "Hey!" Like it was trying to get her attention. Like, "Hey, hey!" I'm not sure what the motion light across the street had to do with it, but it might have just been a coincidence. But they wanted to throw that in for good measure. And I thought I had one more. You know what? I think it's about time for some cowbell.
I could
could have used a little more cowbell.
We have fun with the cowbell. We got one of our devices we call the Paramoo, and we've got cowbell, and we got more cowbell. The more cowbell is for Christopher Walken skit on Saturday Night Live, and we got some other devices too that stuff I made. I got one here. I call these my spinner jugs. It's basically it's got a quartz. Well, this one's got a Tektite. I use quartz too, crystals, different ones, and I've got a spinner inside there. It's like a willow leaf blade like you'd see on a bass lure or something. And I got a brass swivel and copper coil goes all the way through the cork. Now, this one I've got a Tektite. This Tektite's supposed to bring in universal energy. And I'll see if I get more action with that. But this brings in the energy through the coil, and the stone's supposed to help bring it in, and it transmits down through into the jug. I had a lady on last week that actually moved one of these without touching it. She has like her mind abilities. I think she called it ergonetic. I call it like telekinesis, but I probably not using the correct term, but it's pretty cool. I've been experimenting around. I've got some different crystals. I've got some selenite here we're going to try. Some of my Reiki friends use the selenite. They'll wave the selenite across you. They don't touch you, but it's non-contact. They rub it across you, and it feels kind of like static, and they can it's kind of like massage without touching you. It's like non-contact massage. You'll be standing there, and I actually seen them get behind a lady, and they act like they're pulling a rope, and the lady didn't know that she was behind her. She was doing the Reiki, and when she pulled the rope, the lady jerked backwards, and she didn't even touch her. And I thought that was really cool. I still don't understand how it works. It's kind of one of those mystical things. You just got to kind of roll with it and go, yep, I just saw that. I can't unsee it. But the whole Reiki thing, our friend Jennifer, she's a full Reiki master. I've been wanting to try to get her on the program, but she's got a lot going on. Gretchen Fest, and she just moved and whatnot. But I think we could probably have a 2-hour program with just her. She does pendulum work, tarot cards. She's not a psychic medium or anything like that. She can kind of feel if there's something around, but her whole thing is the Reiki. She, if you got a sore back, she can come in and put her hands not on you, just gets her selenite out and waves it around. And if you've never tried it, it's pretty interesting. Now I've got some green quartz, got different stones. We try to bring in the energy on these spinner jugs, and I'm making some different ones, and traded a couple. If there's any teams out there interested in a spirit jug, I'd be glad to make you one. I put any kind of stone you want on there, any kind of jug. This one happens to be a spirit jug. This one actually had spirits in it. Wine bottles work pretty good. Been experimenting with some different things for the spinner. I've got some old skeleton keys, different things I think might bring in attract spirit with like a trigger object, or they're just the energy of the object. So that's about all I got for the cowbell segment. This here, I've got 2 different videos on this, and they've been getting an ocean signal from out in around the Marianas Trench area, and I've got 2 different videos. One of them talks about the signal, and one of them talks about it going away, and I can't tell by looking at it right now which one it is. I think this is the one where the signal, they're talking about the signal. If not, I got a 50% chance of getting this right. So here we go.
On March 19th, 2020, a podcast host in Finland intercepted an unregistered radio frequency during a live stream. The stream was flooded with a repeating tone, followed by distorted speech, almost reversed. Then, a set of coordinates appeared in audio pulses. The location? A trench deeper than the Mariana. The stream cut mid-broadcast. Viewers claimed their speakers emitted high-pitched frequencies afterward. No one could recover the full audio, except this 22-second clip. leaked online. Listen closely. The frequency doesn't match any known earthbound signals. So, who was it meant for?
Pretty wild. Sound like kittens or birds or something. I didn't know there was any place deeper than the Marianas Trench. If anybody knows out there, I may have to Google that one. I thought the Marianas Trench was the deepest place on Earth, but they're claiming there's a deeper spot. Okay, this one is still discussing the same ocean signal situation. This is another video I found on. It's a pretty interesting phenomenon that would just pop up out of nowhere.
A buoy in the Pacific recorded a signal not of this Earth. In 2011, a research buoy drifting near the Mariana Trench transmitted a low, repeating signal. The pattern matched nothing on Earth. No submarine, no whale, no machine. The file was stored, then deleted from public record within 48 hours. But fragments survived, hinting at a source from below the ocean floor. Would you dare to dive if you knew what was waiting under there? A buoy in the Pacific recorded a signal not of this Earth. In 2011, a research buoy drifting near the Mariana Trench transmitted a low, repeating signal. The pattern matched nothing on Earth. No submarine, no whale, no machine. The file was stored, then deleted from public record within 48 hours. But fragments survived, hinting at a source from below the ocean floor. Would you dare to dive if you knew what was waiting?
Just pulled up a picture here of our, it was the Gettysburg Night investigation picture. I was trying to kill that video, and all my stuff scrambled on here. It went to a new format. Everything was in a list, and I could put everything in order, and now they've scrambled everything, so all my stuff's all over the place. Okay, that was the underwater phenomenon. Got the same video on here twice. This one, we're going to go along with the whole UFO Skinwalker theme here. So let's go to Skinwalker Ranch. I always like to post updates. Anything we can talk about Skinwalker Ranch. I'm a big fan. I'd love to go there, but it's kind of off limits to us civilians. Here we go.
What the heck is buried in the mesa on Skinwalker Ranch? Have we punctured through something that's coated with this ceramic? What is that ceramic doing in there?
Well, that's the question, is like, what would you use metal and ceramic like this in conjunction?
I don't know. A spaceship?
You said it.
Space age material right there.
Watch how this thing emerges and watch the path that it takes.
In 2022, we captured unbelievable video of a glowing UAP flying into the mesa in the East Field, and then re-emerging on the other side like it flew right through solid rock. So, knowing that there's a massive object in the mesa and seeing these strange materials in the drilling spoils really makes you wonder what might have happened here.
That's pretty wild. I apologize if I already played that video. I just thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, something would have to be able to bend matter around itself to go through that mesa. My theory is it's something from our future, like a spaceship or something from the future, and it may be trapped in there, or may have just stopped there, and it's got a field around it, so the mesa don't crush it because it's inside there. It's got like a field around it. Because if anything could go through matter like that, it's going to have some kind of a field around it where it can just go through stuff. And which brings me up to my next subject. If it is from our future, it could be some type of time travel ship. And if you're going to travel through time and matter, I would think you'd have to have some kind of field around your ship or vessel or whatever you're in. So I found this really cool video on time travel. This guy's kind of like a whistleblower talking about our time travel, the possibility of it. I don't know what you guys think out there if time travel is possible, but I think it'd be cool if you could go back in the past and tell your ancestors, okay, buy this land here, because this is where the the highway's going to go. This is where the railroad's going to go. Just remember this word: Google, Yahoo, Walmart, NVIDIA. All these things you could go back and tell everybody, okay, invest in this stuff, and then when you come along, you'll be set. So here's this time travel video. I thought it was pretty interesting.
A boy in the Pacific recorded a signal not of this earth. In 2011, a research buoy drifting near the Mariana Trench transmitted a low, repeating signal. The pattern matched nothing on Earth. No submarine, no whale, no machine. The file was...
Sorry. These videos look almost identical. Here we go. Here's the time travel one. Sorry.
So just to be clear, we're talking about time travel here.
We're talking about time travel. Project Minot is a code name for Managed Integrated Navigational Off-Planet Transport. It pertains to a craft that we created with the assistance of an extraterrestrial race to travel not within our solar system, but outside our solar system. J-Rod was the non-human that assisted us in the creation of this Project Minot. The original craft that was created in 1977, Cronus, was made of a type of outer skin that was almost a living organism. And that's part of the extraterrestrial contribution to that craft. That outer skin was able to project itself and curve time. This skin of the craft that could curve time, and then this other device, the pathway device, directs the craft to a particular point. As it gets to that point, that portal opens. When you go through it, there's an event horizon, just like if you're entering a black hole, but everything is pixelated. What he explained, it was the most horrifying experience he had in his life. And he went through, he was a fighter pilot, and he went through all the sorts of astronaut training, but they never trained the astronauts for this.
That's pretty wild. They almost made it sound like it was some kind of a living skin. But I still got my theory on the skinwalker. That I don't know if the living skin can bend time and matter, if it could go through a mesa, but still one of my theories. This one's fresh. This UFO sighting is from today. Okay, I found it today. It said at 8:22. That was Friday. Close, pretty close. Anyway, I thought it was from today, but that almost looked like AI or something. And then they put that music there to make it more dramatic. Let's roll that one more time so you get a good look at that thing. I'm not sure if it's legit or could be some kind of AI. Let's check it out one more time. It looked like it was rolled over on its back, like almost like a creature or something. Pretty wild. Okay, let's see if I have another. Thought I had another UFO sighting. Okay, this could be UFO. These could be aliens. They could be skinwalkers. This supposedly happened over in the font's kind of small. It's either Lebanon or Libya. It's overseas. I'll pull it up. Maybe it'll show us where it was. But this looks like there's some kind of battle going on or something, and they're like grabbing these creatures and getting them out of there. And I don't know if this is made up, if they're like mannequins, or if they're actually some kind of creature. But they're they're putting this out there saying, hey man, this is legit some kind of creature. So let's check it out.
Taking a look at another brand new video. This one was just posted on April 23rd, 2025, and is very mysterious. The video seems to show a group of men capturing and carrying unidentified creatures through a field. Here's the footage. The supposed creatures look extraterrestrial-like. They're pale, skinny, and have abnormally large heads. We see one man running with one on his back, and 3 other men attempting to carry another one. After watching this clip, it reminded me of another one I covered a few months ago. So here's that one too. According to newer sources, this one comes from Libya, when farmers encountered these creatures while working in the fields at night. The farmers listed that they weren't aggressive, but their behavior was frightening. They seemed to be territorial, guarding their spots, not letting people go past. Some think these supposed creatures could be a lost tribe, hiding out in caves and forests in the remote area. But others think these are aliens, extraterrestrial creatures from another planet that found their way to Earth. According to The Sun UK, a news source, in 2024, Libya has seen a rise in supernatural phenomena. A Boeing 747 pilot captain named Raoud van Pangermannen had various run-ins with mysterious bright light orbs during flights, particularly at night. So maybe the recent increase in UAP sightings have something to do with these creatures that were just found? Or maybe there's no connection at all, and they're just some kind of unidentified humanoid creatures roaming about in Earth's remote regions.
Those are some pretty interesting looking creatures. That first one to me looked like some kind of mannequins. I don't know what it sounded like they were shooting and commotion going on. I don't know if what they were saving the mannequins from, but those didn't look like the other ones in the second video to me. The second ones looked more lifelike and kind of skinnier than the first ones. And I'm just not real sure those second ones, those look more legit. Like, you know, it could be some kind of creature or could be out of the extraterrestrial. We don't know. Pretty wild. That was my other Skinwalker contribution. And so we've had a Mothman, we've had Skinwalker. Let's go look at this supposed possible Sasquatch encounter. I'm going to call this a creepy camping event. This lady was out camping in her truck camper, which I can kind of relate because we do the same thing. You just go out there and you park and you pop it up and you're camping. Easy peasy. That's what this lady was doing. And then something weird happened. Here we go.
So I wasn't even going to record this video, but I honestly can't even comprehend what I saw last night. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. I'm not going to disclose where because I don't want a million people coming out here trying to figure out what I possibly saw. I was sleeping, dead asleep last night above my cab. All of a sudden, I heard something rummaging through my cab. I was trying to be super quiet, super still. I didn't want to move because I didn't know what was in the back of my truck. And I rolled over and peeked through the window. And I swear there was like this huge thing standing there going through my stuff. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. There's no way it's a person. I'm miles from civilization. I always lock my doors at night. I must have forgotten. He must have heard me or whatever it was heard me because it dropped everything and scampered off into the woods behind me. Like ran. It was on 2 legs. So it definitely wasn't a bear because last time I checked, I've seen a lot of bears and bears run on 4 legs. So I got out in the middle of the night. I don't usually do that because it is creepy as heck when you're out here in the middle of nowhere in the dark. Door was open and this bin was on the ground. The lid was off. There's food all over the ground and I was like, oh my gosh, is this really happening? Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. I just stuck around today because I want to try to figure out what's going on. I just kept my top popped down because if anything happens, I want to be able to bolt out of here with no problems. It's getting dark and I want to try to see if I can get something on camera like what this potentially might be. I don't have the greatest equipment for night shooting because I don't typically shoot at night, so you're gonna have to bear with me. I have multiple forms of protection. I don't know. We're gonna check out and see what happens. It's getting dark. This is a switch I'm gonna use if I see whatever it was lurking in the woods. I'm gonna flip the lights on, turn the camera on, and hopefully I can get it on camera. But for now, I'm just gonna keep drinking my coffee and perform Operation Surveillance for this unidentified creature. I have the window behind me, the window in front of me, and the window on the door. So I've got all angles covered. Leave me a comment below and let me know the creepiest thing you've ever seen when you're out camping. While I'm down here, I might as well mention, you might wonder why the camper is down. Well, I want to make sure I can get out of here really quickly if I need to, and you can actually sleep without the camper popped up. There's also a bed that you can lay out here. You flip the table and secure it and then put the cushions over it, and you can sleep here instead of up on the bed above. And you can still access all the amenities down below. I can access the fridge, all my storage, I can charge my camera and my phone, and I can access the heater. So I'm just chilling out here waiting for this creature to come alive. I'm a little sleepy. Hopefully I don't fall asleep and miss this guy. I didn't miss him last night. He wasn't very quiet, I'll tell you that. Well, it's been about 3 hours and I haven't seen or heard anything, but I'm gonna keep waiting. Still waiting around, haven't seen or heard anything. It's getting kinda late. Did you see that thing? I wonder if the outside camera got it. I don't know what that thing was, but that was insane. I've never seen anything like that creature before. It's just ripping through the woods. It is terrifying, and I need to get out of here right now. I gotta go. This is insane. I gotta shut this off.
TikTok. There was another image there that flashed like of some kind of hairy creature, but she didn't even mention that. I don't know if she meant to show that or she was saving that for another, chapter on her video log or what. But I could barely make out something moving. It was really hard for me to see. But I don't know. I don't know about going out there, way out there like that by yourself. And then it said she had protection and all, but I just, after that night, something come along. She's pretty brave to stay back out there a second night. Something gets in my truck and it's big, it's taller than my camper, and I don't know if I'd want to stay another night or maybe come back with a team and more equipment. I thought I had one more video. Okay, this could be UFO. This guy was working out, I think, out in the desert at a gas station, and I think he saw some weird lights, something going on. I think he actually called the police, and it looked like lights, like some kind of craft or something, and then he just disappeared. So this is a pretty interesting video. See what you guys think about this one.
The last footage of him alive? This surveillance tape. At 2:47 a.m., the night clerk at a rural gas station in Arizona pressed the emergency alarm. By the time police arrived, the place was silent. The pumps were left running. Surveillance video shows a craft landing behind the store, and the clerk stepping outside to investigate. A blinding flash, then static. His body was never found. The footage? Buried until now. Comment taped if you want the raw clip posted next.
I tried to find the raw tape. I haven't been able to get it yet. Might have just been a cool story embellishment, but I kind of it gets aggravating when they hook you in with the clickbait. Hey man, look, this guy disappears, UFO got him, and then like go to this other thing to get the real video. And I'm like, really? You couldn't just show it? So maybe we'll get that one for next week. I don't know if y'all got any big Labor Day plans for next weekend. I think we're going to head over to Illinois. There is a place in Benton that if we do get time, we may try to do a live over there next Sunday. We've investigated there a couple times. We've actually got some activity once. If we do go over there, I will explain all about the location. There is some weird supernatural stuff happens in southern Illinois. They call it Little Egypt over there. It's like a triangle, so to speak, of the different towns. There is a old house down in Equality that I've been wanting to go to, and it was used for some illicit trading back in the day. And they weren't trading goods; they were trading people. And it was kind of a sad situation that happened there. But I've been told that place has a lot of residual energy there, and the state of Illinois took it over. So if anybody knows how to get into that house down in Equality, I'd like to go investigate there sometime, take a whole team in. There's a few places around that you just can't get access to. They're known to be haunted, have activity, you just can't get into them. So some of those places are pretty rare if you can get access. We always try to respect the property and respect the folks that let us go in. But everybody try to have a safe week. If everybody goes anywhere for Labor Day, have safe travels. And that's about all I got all for this week. Appreciate everybody tuning in. And y'all have a good weekend. Come on.
Yeah.